Hello. Right, any kind of car photography tips and tricks video or anything like that, including mine, will always say about, at some point, using one of these. And that's a circular polarizing filter. And basically, it's a lens. It's a lens? It's not a lens. That's a lens. It's a filter that screws on the front of your lens, like an ND or anything like that. And its sole purpose is to remove glare. And the reason why all car photographers use them is because cars are just glare. They're glare with wheels. Every surface is shiny, and the windows, the paintwork, all creates glare which can distract in your photo. But today I'm going to show you how you can take using one of these to another level to increase the results, to get even better results, to make your photos look even better. So let's get into it. So typically when you're using a circular polarizing filter for car photography, you just rotate it, and as you rotate it, it changes whereabouts in the photo it's removing glare from. And then you just choose like a happy medium, whichever looks best, and you go with that. However, there is a way that we can use the filter to remove all of the glare. And it's not as hard as it sounds. I'm trying to film a video here. And you. First things first, you need to get your car in position, frame your shot, and then most importantly, get your camera on a tripod. You can do it handheld and realign them in Photoshop, but it's just adding more time to your workflow than it is just to kick your tripod open quickly. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a look through the viewfinder or screen and rotate the filter and pay attention to where it's affecting the glare. And then for each of these positions, so typically you'll have the side windows, the rear window, the sort of roof line, something like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to set your camera to manual focus, and you're going to take a photo, rotate the filter to the next portion, take another photo, rotate to the next portion. You get the idea. So you end up with 3, 4, 5, however many sections of glare you want to remove, you end up with those photos. Easy as that. And now we've taken all of our photos, we're going to jump into Photoshop.
First things first, I am just going to assume that you've got some kind of editing knowledge in both Lightroom and Photoshop. If you don't know what I'm on about, then maybe go and watch another video explaining it. However, everything we're about to do is really simple. So, as you can see down here, we've got our photos that we took earlier. So if you look at the side window here, and then there, you can see the differences. So before we get into Photoshop, I'd like to make a few really basic exposure adjustments in Lightroom. So just literally white balance, highlight, shadows, bit of saturation, and that's it. But obviously that's very dependent on your camera, and don't worry, we'll give it a proper edit when it's all combined. And then we just hit Command C on that, copy, and we paste them to the rest of our images like I've done here. And once you've done that, you then want to highlight all the ones that you want to use by clicking Shift click, then you right click and you go into edit in, and then this is the important bit, you need to go as open as layers in Photoshop. So when all of your layers open in Photoshop, they'll appear like they normally do on the right hand side. So yeah, you just want to go through each layer, turning it off and on, and just seeing which area of the car it's affecting, and then name your layer accordingly. So that's doing the side doors, this one does the rear, and this one here does the rear door windows. As you can see, it makes a huge difference. But as my tripod was on wet, soggy, boggy, horrible fucking God knows what, it did move around a bit. So the way to get around with that is just highlight all of your layers, edit, auto align, auto, click OK, and if we look up here, you can see where it's shifted them all around to line up down the side, so we'll need a little crop afterwards. And then this is where the magic happens. One up here that you can see is removing the glare from the rear of the car. Come down to the bottom, we add a layer mask, we go Command I to invert it. That basically masks away the whole layer, and we can then paint it back in. So we hit B for our brush tool. We'll make sure we've got our opacity at 100, maybe flow, bring it down just ever so slightly, 95 will do. We'll make sure we've got white as your foreground colour, and you can cycle through them with the X key. And basically white will bring this layer visible, and black will make it disappear. So we want white, and then we can literally just paint the glare away, and it's as easy as that. And realistically, if you wanted an absolutely perfect result, we would zoom in nice and close, use our pen tool, and we would, you know, give ourselves the edges, make a selection, and that way you would get a really good result. But I'm not going to fanny around showing you that now, because I'm sure you've got far better things to be doing than watching me mask stuff. But yeah, then you just rinse and repeat like I've done here. And yeah, the only other thing I've done to this photo is a little stone clamp clean up and a scar replacement, because that scar was fucking boring. And yeah, it really is as easy as that, just to get rid of as much glare as possible with one filter. And all we've done here is just layer photos. Nice and simple, nice and easy. Really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, it would mean so much if you smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you aren't already. Leave a comment, come say hi, and I'll see you in the next one.